Good day everyone. We're here to present you our topic on how e-procurement help hospitality industry during this pandemic. By the way, I'm Shane and Neri and I'll be the one to discuss the next slide. A coffee house, coffee shop, or cafe is an establishment that primarily serves coffee of various types. Example, espresso, latte, and cappuccino. Some coffee houses may serve cold drinks such as iced tea and iced coffee. In continental Europe, cafe serves alcoholic drinks. A coffee house may also serve food such as light snacks, sandwich, muffin, or pastries. Coffee houses range from owner-operated small business to large international corporation. Some coffee houses chain operate on franchise business model, with numerous branches across various countries around the world. So what is e-procurement? Electronic procurement or e-procurement is the business-to-business process of requisitioning, ordering, and purchasing goods and service over the internet. The aim of e-procurement is to determinalize commercial transaction between business and their suppliers via digital solution in order to optimize the procurement process. At the enterprise level, a chief procurement officer or official procurement department will set the policies for procuring goods and service for the business, with the goal of acquiring what the business needs at the best possible price with the great value at the time it's needed. To accomplish this goal, procurement staff establish relationship with suppliers, negotiate contracts, and set guidelines or purchasing limit on the type of purchases that are allowed and kind of items the money can be spent on. E-procurement softwares like Purchase Control enables procurement leaders to automate policy adherence, contract management, and vendor relationship with the system. So here is Leslie Ann Hernandez to discuss the further slides.
Procurement professionals are the unsung heroes of adapting to such changes, operating under the mantra of cost and savings. But the most innovative ones are using self-service portals, mobile apps, cloud solutions, and social collaboration tools to streamline processes and manage spend. By using technology to simplify complex purchasing experiences, procurement executives are empowering buyers to comply with internal policies and best practices, while keeping costs down and raising the strategic value of each purchase. Supplier innovation. By analyzing suppliers and their capabilities more critically, procurement helps accelerate the introduction of new products and find new ways to drive down material costs. Risk management. By analyzing spend and supplier data across categories down to the component level, procurement can uncover emerging risks that may lead to supply shortages and production disruptions and prevent such problems from occurring. Secure and sustainable supply chains. By mapping suppliers against order schedules, buyers can identify the right mix to ensure all materials are delivered on time, to a high quality and in the right quantity. So the next slide will be discussed by R.V. Juarez.
Here are the advantages of e-procurement. First is improved workflows for procurement. This enables end-user self-service and decentralization with control through companies' approved catalog, and more frictionless processing of employees' requisition and supplier. Second is visibility of your purchase behavior. E-procurement will give your organization visibility into what it spends. This data is invaluable and will help you control things such as non-compliant spend, identify areas for consolidation of suppliers, or to leverage buying power to negotiate cost savings. Third is more control over expenses. E-procurement allows company to benefit from a clear and real-time view of their expenses through a reporting system. Next is eliminating processes with low added value. Eliminating administrative and manual tasks allows teams to improve in speed and efficiency, while reducing the error rate from 30% to 50% on average. Fifth is the environmental friendly. Paper-free process. Bidders should not submit printed original copies of bidding documents. Number 6 is transparency. Citizens across the world, free of charge, can observe the process in real time. Seventh is simple and fast review process. Procurement specialists can access bids into information through the system. Number 8 is remote participation. Bidders can submit bids remotely from their offices, reducing time and cost. Next is reduce risk. A bidder's identity remains confidential and is only disclosed after the bid is opened. And lastly, low participation fees. Users obtain bidding documents free of charge and pay a nominal fee for their participation. May I call on Ms. Ann Sican to further explain the disadvantage of e-procurement?
Hi, I will discuss about the disadvantage of e-procurement. The first one is culture shock. Example, difficulties related to obtaining both literal and figurative investment in digital transformation due to the lack of information, perceived limitation of the software itself, or a corporate culture reluctant to move beyond traditional models of procurement processing. And the other one is situation-specific integration issues. This usually related to a lack of planning, poor or incomplete understanding of the goals being addressed through implementation, or confusion and ignorance related to the capabilities and functionality of the chosen e-procurement software. So, this is the disadvantage of e-procurement. May I introduce Ms. Caroline Ramos to show the result of our interview. Ms. Caroline Ramos.
Coronavirus, now globally carrying the status of a pandemic, has led to a worldwide crisis with its effects on the hospitality industry. Entities such as bread and breakfast, hostels, pubs, clubs, bistros, beach bars, small family business, and coffee shops are very likely to like the crisis, due to being intrinsically vulnerable to change. They shall be heavily affected by the change in supply chain, the lesser demand, and some of them might partially or even fully shut down until the recovery takes place. Our group interviewed two coffee shops around Marilao, Bulacan. Sock Coffee, owned by Ms. Sophie Trace Leong, and Dreamy Creations, owned by Ms. Remy Ann Acebook. We asked questions about e-procurement and how did e-procurement help their business. Here are the screenshots of our personal interview.
Hello, I will discuss about the conclusion of e-procurements. E-procurements are good at avoiding vendor locking situation. No one wants to be stuck using tools they don't like, especially when there are better options available. It's easy to switch between providers if you find a system that's better than the one you are currently using. Another awesome thing about procurement is that you can usually export your transaction records and purchasing data easily to spreadsheet format. If you happen to find a more appealing system in the future, moving your data is a simple matter of it from a saved spreadsheet. And that is the conclusion of it.